Hello, everybody. Welcome to Awesome. I don't know what the hell that looks like that for. I have no answers for this. I don't know what's going on there. Let me see if I can make a difference with that. Oh boy.
It's really showing our simulant self.
Yeah. This is
Oh, you're frozen too. Oh no, you're not. You're all just googly. Or is that just my video? Okay, I see it now.
all right. Okay.
Cool.
So let me navigate away from this and back and see if it fixes itself. Hang on. I'll navigate on back. I see. Yeah. Okay. So
Look at us. Aren't we beautiful?
Beautiful.
So
Stunning.
Oh, and it moves too. Like
it's
not complete. It's not a frozen.
It's like that porn channel in the 90s that everybody always tried to get to work, but it was pay-per-view.
Ooh.
And it just was a bunch of squiggles on the screen.
Does this squiggle entice anyone?
It's very triggering.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so here's what we're going to need to do, I think, to fix this. I'm going to need... let's see here. I'm going to need one of you... this is such a pain in the ass. To log out and log back in. I want to see if that trips it up enough to fix the problem. I can't fucking believe this is what we're dealing with. Leave the call and come back to the call, I mean.
I'll be back.
Okay. Let's see if that solves it. Oh, yeah, it's already working. Better. Yeah, the connection between the two programs is all fucking wonked out. So, yeah, I think this is gonna go ahead
and change history.
Well, it was fixed and now it's not fixed.
Maybe we all leave and come back.
Well, wait, when Kristen left, my camera got better.
Is it me?
That's crazy.
Am I the problem?
Wait a minute. All right, so if I leave, will Kristen's camera get better?
Let's see what happens. Okay, so we're good there. That's working.
Here's my face.
Because the next thing that's probably going to happen is I'm going to have to leave the call, which is going to mean... Oh, okay, she's back. Here we go. Hang on. Let's see. Up.
Oh, nope. No.
So when I left, did anybody get better?
Yes.
I did.
Yes. Kristen got better.
That's crazy. So there's a problem with what you might have to change internet networks that you're on. Which network you're on? Maybe.
No, it's not that. It's a glitch happening in
the Matrix.
Yeah, basically. So okay, so this is about to get real interesting because I think I have to leave the call, which in essence
Come on, don't be crazy.
And then I got to reopen.
Come on.
So that it reconnects to the system. So here's what's going to happen, everybody watching. There's about to be a real unique moment where we all disappear.
Something or other.
So you know what I can do in the meantime?
Pray.
I'll run the count. No, I don't want to see. I don't want to run the countdown. I want to come directly back to this screen.
Yeah, no more countdowns. We're done with countdowns.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna leave and come back. So you guys just hang tight. Oh, no, I'm still here. What the hell am I talking about? Why do I think I'm going to be gone? I'm not gone. I'm totally fine. All right, let's see if we can reconnect this. We're going to give it a try.
Maybe Pat will show up.
Yeah.
Patrick.
All right, hold on.
Where is Patrick?
Here we go. We're all better. It's all fixed.
Hey.
And by the way, I didn't disappear. I have no idea why the hell I thought that was going to happen. Just wasn't ever going to happen. So I don't know why I thought that.
like my comment. No, in all caps at the bottom.
So did I introduce the show? Was I like, oh, welcome to Awesome Talks?
I mean, I
season
think everybody
24,
got the point.
You got the
episode
gist
11,
of it.
Yeah, we all
September 5th.
understand where we are right now.
2025. Yeah. Oh shit! You know what? Hold on. You guys can talk. But hold on.
Oh boy, Kristen, have you been keeping up with all the news?
Against my will. Yes.
Against all of our wills, I think, for sure. It's what we're going to war with Venezuela.
Yeah.
No good reason I can think of.
And I do want to talk a bit about Marjorie Taylor Greene too. Because it's a strange world when she's making a lot of sense and she's saying things that are all true and accurate. And but I also think we need to be real fucking careful with her. So like she did this interview where she was talking about the White House putting out to all Republicans that it's going to be considered a hostile act if they sign on to releasing these files. And she gave an interview where she was just like, oh, the hostile act was assaulting 14-year-old girls.
Oh, yeah.
And so here's the thing. And she didn't use the word assault, but...
Hoax.
What?
She also responded, I think, to it being called a hoax.
Yeah, but here's the issue that I have with that clip is liberal media is sharing that clip all over the place. And I think that it's a good thing to do that. And I listening to her talk recently, I do kind of feel like that perhaps she's starting to waver a little bit from this lunacy, like this like MAGA fever that she's trapped in, But you still got to be careful with that one because I watched the rest of that interview. And in the part that follows that clip that everyone's watching is she says, I don't blame President Trump for any of this. President Trump is insulated and surrounded by people who are advising him, and I blame those cowards. And it's like...
The call's coming from inside the house, girl.
Right. Yeah, like it's you, Marge. Like you're so close to getting it, Marge. You're so... Listen to me. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, you are tokens of the Republican Party. They will use you and throw you the fuck away the second they don't need you, like they do to everybody, and especially women. The sociopath that does the press conferences every day for Trump. Like, girl, I'm sorry, but like, you would be a handmaid in their perfect world. And Marjorie Taylor Greene would be a Martha in their perfect fucking world. Like, the second those men have the power that if they ever got all the power they wanted, that's what you would be. And like, I keep hearing them waver a little bit. Like Boebert said recently where she was just like, I'm not really too happy with the way women are being treated lately around here. And it's just like, yeah, the left has been screaming this shit at you for fucking 10 years. And you're so close to it that you think don't be Serena Waterford, man. Don't be Serena Waterford. Don't think that you're an insider. Because you're not. You're a token. Like, you're a tool for that party. And it's just, that's what makes it so infuriating. Like, the left isn't infuriated because you are right. They're infuriated because we're watching you just cut your own legs and arms off and laugh about it like you're right. And you seem to have no idea. And it's infuriating because we know you have a human brain. We know that you're capable of reasoning. I mean, you went to college, for fuck's sake. Like, what is wrong? Like, what is happening?
They want that lifestyle. Don't. They want that.
But I think, like, if you watch The Handmaid's Tale or you read The Handmaid's Tale and you watch Serena Waterford, right?
Mm-hmm.
Serena Waterford goes along with all that. She's basically like the architect of this world that oppresses women. But as you follow that story, you begin to realize that she thought she was going to be above it all.
Yeah.
Like, she don't say it outright, but she thought she had some privilege in a man's world because of who she was. And then she didn't just realize it once. She had to realize it like a dozen times to fucking snap out of it. Like, she kept going back to it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these Christian women, like the ones that we talk about, the religious fundamentalists, I truly believe now that they all think that's who they are. They all think that when this goes the right way, I don't think they have any way of fully understanding that that's what it's going to be like for them. That they're going to be brood mares and maids. We can't hear you.
I said they all think they're going to be the wives.
But even the wives are victims. The
It's-
wives
They're
are the
victims of
wives.
their
Yeah,
own making.
they're victims as well, but as long as they get to look down on someone else, it's satisfactory.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say this, but what do those two women have in common?
What two women? Serena?
Lauren Boebert and Marge.
Religion?
They're two white women,
And they're two white women. Yeah.
so they don't give a fuck that brown and black women are being brutalized and will likely be, by ICE.
Yeah.
As we speak, their families are being ripped apart. There's people being put into literal camps.
Yeah.
Children are being torn away.
Yeah.
Like they don't
I
give a
have
fuck about
another.
that.
I have an additional theory about the wives in *Handmaid's Tale* and why
Go
they
ahead.
go
Watched
along, why
it.
they like to go along with it. I think that the other part of the wife, and this probably isn't true for every single relationship on the show. Like the one dude, Lawrence or whatever, he like loved his wife, but I think in general, the wives feel that the system being in place is a means of control over their relationship, even though they're completely miserable watching their husbands do these fucking quote unquote rituals. It's still better to have that person in your house so you can treat them like shit than be up all night wondering where he is and who he's with. Because they believed it implied that that was the only time that would ever happen and that they would be there for all of it. They don't realize like they might realize the brothels, but they don't fucking want to admit any of the extra shit.
Serena was pretty fucking blind to the brothels. And I also think when you they basically pick, one couple to focus on, and I mean we focus on a lot of them, but primarily the Waterfords are the married couple. When you see Serena with her, spoiler alert, people who haven't seen or read The Handmaid's Tale, but when you see her go to get married again, she thinks all the rules aren't going to apply, and then they end up applying, and then that's when she really realizes things are fucked up. So I believe that, not that you're necessarily wrong about that, but that I think that probably when that shit started, she just didn't think her husband was going to be one of those guys. And I wonder how many of those wives went into it thinking that. Like, they didn't think it was going to be their husband that was going to act that way.
Are you guys caught up? Did you finish the whole show?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we finished the whole thing. Yeah.
Aunt Lydia is my favorite.
Who? Aunt
Lydia? Yeah.
Let me tell you something, man. With Aunt Lydia on the show, right? Can you mute? With Aunt Lydia on the show, I don't think I've ever watched a show and said, I can't wait until this bitch dies more times out loud than anything I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah.
And, if you haven't watched it, I guess you have to see how that turns out. But, man. But again, you look at that show and it captures that religious fever of thinking, like religious fever to me is the same. Like I call it, it's like a fever because it's like a sickness. It's the same thing with conspiracy theories, and that's why they work together so nicely. I think conspiracy people have a fever. Whenever they explain something to you, they've always got that look on their face, like they're fucking, like I don't know. It's like a mix of excitement and also thinking that they're above you somehow.
I wouldn't even I watched it when it first came out and it fucked me up, that show. Like I had to take a break because it's the beginning, the first couple of seasons are real dark, but
Yeah, it's dark.
I think it touches on something that I don't hear a lot of people talk about, and that it's not, and it's very relevant for the
I
type
think
of
Yeah, it's dark.
people talk
Christian
about, and that it's
fundamentalism.
not evangelicalism that we're seeing now, where it's not even religious in nature. Religion is just used as a means for an end.
Yeah.
Um, at the end of the day, it's really just about power,
Yeah, all about power.
resources.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think the wives in that, I think Sarah's on the money. I think they just want the power a little
Yeah.
bit. Aunt Lydia is, to me, one of the most fascinating characters of that show.
Yeah.
Not to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but her motives, it towards the end, I'm like, this might be the only religious person on this show who like finally is like, nope, this is wrong.
Yeah, this ain't it. Yeah.
This ain't it, fam. Her turnaround was nice to see. But I think at the end of the day, it really is just all about power. It's about exerting power over people who are vulnerable.
Yeah.
And the wives in their own way want that power too. I mean, you see it in the end with Lawrence's new wife,
Right.
where she's aware of what's happening, sort of aware. I think she's aware that her husband is, doing what he's doing. Not to spoil it again, but she's like okay with it because she gets the house and she gets the kids and she gets all of this status that she wouldn't normally get. And so she's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's the case for a lot of them. Also, I mean, with Christian fundamentalism, with women specifically, there is the wives are supposed to submit to their husbands, meaning you whatever your husband says, you got to do. Doesn't fucking matter.
And it's wild to me the way religion has also gets women to kind of turn on themselves.
Yeah,
it's super weird. Can you mute? It's super weird because like we were reading earlier because there's a I think it's either a documentary or a movie coming out about Ed Gein on Netflix, right? And like for those who don't know who Ed Gein was, in the 1950s he was a serial killer who used to also dig up bodies out of the graveyard, and he would make furniture out of their skin, and he strung up one woman like a dead deer in his garage and was just carving meat off. And like, so if you read about his childhood, his mother was super fundamentalist, like super religious. So we're going back to like the 30s or 40s here. And there was this traumatizing thing he lived through where he was with his mother, who was in a wheelchair at the time because she had had a stroke. And there was this man who was beating a fucking dog, like to death. And a woman came out of the house and yelled at him to knock it off, to stop, right? And his mother was incredibly upset. But she wasn't upset about the guy beating the dog. She was upset that the woman was there because they weren't married. So she was a harlot. And that's the part of that story she focused on. And it's like religion just has been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah. It's I was having a conversation with somebody earlier this week about religion and its place in society, and it's in the context of like addiction and recovery. And I was saying that it really can go one way or the other. Like you can, like, if someone's a recovering addict and they get into the religion and they're like, oh, I'm going to be fine because, I'm going to be saved and everything is okay.
Yeah.
It's almost like a form of like it's almost like a form of addiction in and of itself, where people
100%.
where people can't think critically or logically anymore. It's
Sure.
just it does remove that ability, but I I think that it's just become something so antithetical to what the actual teachings are. Like if you
Mm.
read anything in the Bible and you take a look at it and like you or any religious text and you take a look at it, nothing that you see that people talk about today is ever really mentioned in the Bible as like law. But
Yeah.
people have run with it and have made a fuck ton of money off of it.
Hell yeah.
And it's just like it's sad in a sense that people have used it to prey on people's vulnerabilities and turn them into mindless robots or soldiers of their,
Yeah.
get them to do whatever they want. I think at this point it's probably fair to say that it's just not good for anyone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've gone back and forth on that, but I really think that especially with like the last, even like all this Epstein stuff, where I'm like, this ain't good. But you're defending this man to the
Yeah.
death, and you're using religion to do it. It's just
Yeah. It's weird.
it's super weird.
Yeah.
But they make a ton of money, so they're not going to stop making that money.
I feel like when I look at fundamentalists like that, if there were a Jesus and Jesus did come back, they would hate that motherfucker completely.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Because he does not stand for anything that they want to believe it stands for. You know, it's just like people who are like real like super hyped up about being American. Like, you don't really give a shit about America. What you give a shit about is yourself and you retaining your right to be an asshole to other people. Like, that's usually the right you care about the most.
Yeah.
When you're like that. And in religion, I think it's the same. It's the same. It's self-serving. And
Oh yeah.
Jesus would not be self-serving.
No. One of the
Like-
first things that Jesus did, like as when he was an adult, was go to the church or the temple.
Yeah.
And he saw there people were selling stuff inside the temple, and he flipped out. He was like, "Don't sell shit here." So I always think about that when I'm like thinking about like a mega church with
Yeah.
like the fucking huge PA, like the huge
Yeah. Sure.
tens of thousands of dollars sound system, and like the
Yeah.
pastor comes down and like a fucking
He rolls up outside in a
Yeah.
Bentley.
Yeah, he's got a Supreme hoodie on and
Yeah, yeah.
$4,000 shoes.
Yeah, he's got like
I
the
always-
best Jordans.
Yeah. I always think about that. I'm like, I don't think y'all. I don't know if you read the same. I don't think we read the same book, because I know I was forced to read it growing up.
Yeah.
So I was forced to memorize a whole bunch of it. So I always think about that. I'm like, yeah, I don't think y'all are going.
It's
I don't
just-
think you're doing.
It's just like conservatism. Like there's a built-in fan base. There's a built-in audience. There's a built-in business there.
Yeah,
So like you can act any fucking way you want, but if you hype up the Lord while you're doing it, it
Mhm.
seems like there's just the critical thinking skills I think believing in God are a little lost most of the time anyway. It's my own personal opinion, but like okay, let's base it on your own logic. Right? Like you love Jesus, supposedly. You love everything Jesus stands for. And then you go to these mega churches where a dude with like $10,000 rings takes the fucking stage in a suit and he dances around and like he pretends that the spirit's going through him and all this shit. And like you can't see why that's wrong. Like you can't see what's fucking fucked up about that. Like
Yeah.
even based on your own love of Jesus and God, your own interpretation of religion, all he's got to do is just hype up the Lord and you guys are there, and he'll sell you all kinds of shit probably too.
yeah, no, that would not be happening.
Well, L. Ron Hubbard said it, and he was like the founder of Scientology, said if you want to become a millionaire, invent a religion. Or if you want to get rich, invent a religion, I think is what he said. And he was like, fucking ass right, man.
Yeah. Well, they know how to prey on people.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've noticed for sure. Um, so I mean, it's sometimes I wonder like how many people now were indoctrinated as like kids or
Mm.
teenagers. Um, like I don't know if you saw the new season of Shiny Happy People
Mm-mm.
with the Christian youth camp.
Mm-mm.
Highly recommend it. Um,
Oh,
very
maybe.
ins
Is it a
very
documentary?
yeah. They did a
You
second
did watch
season.
that. Okay, I haven't seen that. No.
So it's it's very insightful. First of all, if you ever want a snippet of how I grew up, I suggest you watch it. And I did go to a couple of those conferences, camps. But it's just insane to see. Like, I think back to when I was in high school, and like when you're a teenager and life just kind of sucks.
Mm.
You see how they suck you in,
Yeah,
and
sure.
it's like very hard to get out of that. And
Yeah.
I can't imagine like people who went through that when they were really really young. How do you like? I think about it all the time. Like, how do people break out of that unless they like have a moment of clarity? Because I
Yeah.
mean, my whole entire life I was raised evangelical. I did all the things. I had a fucking purity ring and everything. I got like the whole 9 yards. And I always questioned it, but I always felt like it was like a sin to
Mm.
question it. So I never, and I was like a college Republican and everything. I was super pro life at one point in my life, which is crazy to
Wow.
think about. Um, and I wonder like how like how do you break out of that? I know how I did it,
Yeah.
but I wonder about other people. Like how much bullshit do you have to swallow before you like finally open your eyes and you're like, "Oh wait, this is
Okay, so I imagine then like this was something that maybe like I can't imagine that you had like one mind-blowing catharsis that changed everything. I imagine that it had to be chipped away at first before, the glacier split open and it sank into the ocean. I just made up
yeah,
that that metaphor.
that was a good
Um,
metaphor.
I thought it was good. Thank
So,
you. But I imagine that it had to be chipped away.
yeah, definitely did.
What are you willing to talk about a few things that happened that made you go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, definitely. The first one was my dad passing away, and I was really young when that happened. So
Mm,
that was like a big one. That was like, huh, this doesn't seem like I don't know. Doesn't seem like something an all-loving God would do.
sure.
And of course, my questioning of that was not very welcomed. So that also was kind of like that's weird. But, didn't really didn't really think twice about that. Just kind of went along with it. That was probably the first seed in the back of my mind that like
Mm,
started to sprout. Um, the second thing was I noticed how they treated people who were obviously gay in
mm,
our community. Like there were probably there's I distinctly remember there being like two kids who were like kids who were definitely gay.
yeah.
Like there was no questioning like they were born that way. Like they
Yeah.
and I remember people really, really being just like horrible to them.
Mm,
Um, and they were like actively trying to not be gay.
yeah. Yeah.
And it was really sad to see. I talk to them once in a while now and they're fine. And they've since, left as well. That was another big one. The other one was just, I would say, like, I mean, the gay thing was like a big one for me. It just
Yeah.
never made sense. And just a lot of like, just seeing how people were, um, seeing how people treated other people, probably like over the years. The big, big, big glacier cracking in half for me was definitely the 2016 election,
Mm,
where I was out of like the whole thing I would say before that, but I was still kind of like, it's not that bad. They're, you know, they're okay.
Yeah.
And then 2016 election happened, and I remember that was like oh no, this is y'all are insane. And I think a
Yeah.
lot of people, like a lot of millennial ex-evangelicals, had that same moment. And then the pandemic definitely like solidified, like, no, this is the response to the pandemic was from churches and
Yeah.
from people. I was like, this is fucked up. You guys are
Disturbing.
yeah, beyond disturbing that you would throw vulnerable people under the bus for what? Like, I doesn't make sense.
To own the libs.
Yeah, to own the Democrats.
Yeah.
But the 2016 election, I remember, was a big one, a huge one. I looked at a lot of people differently after that,
Yeah.
because people that I like respected, and loved and had mentored me, the things that they were saying was so appalling
Mm.
and disturbing, just frankly disturbing, that
Yeah.
I couldn't look away from that any further. I had to confront it like head on and be like, actually, yeah, I want nothing to do with this anymore. I think you
Yeah.
are all insane. And frankly, evil people.
Yeah. You talked about the kids that they treated like shit,
Mhm.
and they're trying to act straight.
Yeah.
And it just it reminded me of that. Have you ever seen the video of the guy who says he's not gay no more?
Yes.
He loves women. Here, hold on.
It's sad, but it's
It's
fucking
so good.
hilarious.
Hold on a minute. Stupid shit.
Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free?
Yes, sir.
Turn around and tell those people.
Tell him.
Oh, I'm not sharing.
I'm not gay no more.
I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman.
Not all those things you have to do because you're gay. I'm not gonna wear a purse.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wear makeup.
I mean,
Like, I know gay men who are auto mechanics. You know what I mean? Like, like that's not a description. Like that's like a stereotype.
It's their depiction.
It's their depiction,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It's just someone that like wants a community.
So
Yes.
badly. But the thing is he has a community.
Is the same as faith healers?
Like
Yeah.
fuck, man. Like if he just would be himself, I think his community would love that guy. Like,
Probably not. Not if he not if he grew up in this.
Well,
in a
yeah, but if
fucking
somebody's-
Bible
yeah, right, but
Belt,
if-
then he's like,
but if someone's trying to change and be themselves and reform from this type of bullshit,
they have to move.
oh yeah, you gotta. I mean, you gotta. I mean, he's like I see him at right now. Like it's funny because what he's saying is funny, but it's also not funny at the same time because like I look at that man and I go, right now he's in danger.
yeah,
Because he is in a building surrounded by people who hate him. Like those people around him, like this is, they would hate crime him in a second and think they did the right thing.
yeah, they would. That is an unfortunate reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's for me, that's one of the biggest things. I will never ever forget the way that the that the those two kids who are now adults. I'll never forget how they were treated, and it went on for fucking ever.
Yeah.
And it was clear, like it was just clear for everyone to see, and the questions that they got asked, and I mean, when I used to work at a Christian day camp, and I remember like parents, because they also volunteered. I remember parents were like, I don't want those kids around my kids.
Jesus,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I mean, you have full grown adults like basically bullying these two people.
Yeah.
And that was just like, but to Sarah's point, I mean, if you're in this kind of environment, it does become a safety issue where, like, I see this guy, it is hilarious what he's saying, but I also can understand why he would say it, because I would not feel safe.
Sure.
I would,
right.
Yeah.
I
mean,
yeah.
That bow tie tells me everything I need to know.
No shit, dude. That's not even. It's a ruffled bow tie.
Yeah.
You know?
I would be.
Nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful, but
it is beautiful. But I'd
bro.
be up there saying I love women too.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on, man. Poor dude.
Yeah. That is a nice suit, though.
Yo, that jacket is fire, man.
Yeah. The color combinations.
And the other thing, and you could just, I mean, yeah, you're right. The color combinations. I mean, he looks good. Look at the way the handkerchief in the pocket. Look how perfectly it is folded.
Yes.
It's beautiful. I don't know what that pattern is, but I like it a lot.
Paisley, I think.
You know what? I think it might be that this is not the clearest video in the world, so it's kind of hard for me to tell, but probably, yeah.
But he's the best dressed of them all up there.
Yeah, hands down.
Hands down.
Can you imagine him in like, I don't know, 20 years showing this video to his husband?
Yeah, right. Yeah, check me out. Look what I did this one time. Can you believe this? And then he just goes about living a normal, happy life with his husband with no problems. Rather than trying to do this.
I'm
it is
fucking
sad.
tired of it.
It's sad. It's because, you know, you got a point. He wants a community. And my argument is he has a community out in the world somewhere. And trying to force yourself into this one, I just don't get it, man.
But here's the thing. When the community that is out there for you is a community that you have been taught is
sure, right,
awful, you don't, it's not that you need to convince others or whatever, it's that you don't want to be that thing. So he's not lying to the crowd, he's telling himself this.
Right, it's right.
He's saying like, it's not here. Like, I'm not part of that group of people they're fucking sinning and they're evil and they're all these things. Like, I'm not one of them. Look at me.
Yeah, we heard him. We
like,
heard
he's
him.
not saying it to the crowd to convince them. He's telling himself that.
Yeah.
He is. Best dressed up there, though.
Or I am delivered.
Oh my God.
I'm also, I don't want to say it.
Hey,
what?
Sarah.
Go ahead.
I don't want to because I don't like the way it's going to come off. But I don't know for sure. But I feel like his autism is being taken advantage of.
Oh,
probably.
Yeah, I can see that. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, that's another thing that I noticed.
Sure.
I think that
it's very prevalent.
I think that he's being manipulated, and I think that it's really easy to be manipulated when you're autistic because lying just feels different to autistic people. I don't know how to describe it because I know how it is to non-autistics, unfortunately. But like, so when other people talk to you, you tend to believe them because you unfortunately just assume that that feeling that comes with lying applies to everyone else too. And then you have a long road ahead of you of being consistently disappointed when you find out that you and your other autistic friends are the only one that actually have that feeling. So when someone is telling him, you're not gay, you weren't born this way, those feelings are wrong, that's not like that's not good, you're not gonna go to heaven, like if you love Jesus, this is what you do. He's a lot more likely to not say, well, that's full of shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Because these are the same people he probably grew up with, trust, have up to this point probably been relatively, supportive of his existence to some degree, but in an abusive way because it's more like grooming.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I get that, like, I'm putting so much on this one video. Like, I don't know this guy at all, but it's not like it's not the first time I've seen that exact fucking thing happen.
Sure.
I don't like men no more.
I think there's a follow-up. I think he did a follow-up interview about this recently. Let me see if I can locate that. Give me a second. Let's see here. Because this looks like it's old, man, because this looks like it was filmed on a... Let's see. I Went Viral. He did an interview about this 7 years ago. And we're going to look at it right fucking now, because let me just tell you how happy he looks in this thumbnail. And I hope he's happy. Like, I hope... Like, that video is funny, but I hope that he's happy now. Like, hold on. It's only a couple of minutes. Let's see. BET did it. BET did a fucking... Here, hold on. I'll share it with you guys so you can see it and hear it. Okay.
Oh, he looks great.
Right?
Yeah.
That looks like a wax figure.
Here in November of 2014, in the St. Louis, it was our holy convocation that we have every year.
Oh, I don't know why it's like this. Come on, YouTube. Don't fuck with me, dude.
His skin is perfect.
I like his shirt a lot better than the first one.
Like, I'm so interested in what he's about to say.
I come to
Can you guys still hear it?
and sympathy.
You can?
Yeah.
You can hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay.
Yes, honey, I am back. You guys know me as I Am Delivered, but my name is Andrew, but delivered with the T. I'm back. Here in November of 2014, in the St. Louis, it was our holy convocation that we have every year. I was new to the Church of God in Christ. I was new to church at the time. I've always been in church my whole life, but as grown, I was new to it. I only going to church just to shout and to see who I was going to sleep with pastor. But at that church, they delivered out of me. They were snatching that out of me. But now I get hard for women. I don't get hard for men. Ain't nothing wrong with a flirtation. But I'm still delivered. The morning that I woke up, God...
Can I just stop for a second here and just say that I didn't expect any of this? Like, I was hoping for the best here, but this just made that video so much funnier. It made it so much funnier.
So this dude's
like, I'm just who I'm gonna
bisexual?
sleep with.
Is that's what it is?
Right?
So he's bi,
guess
but
so.
he
I
tries,
got that
but
a
he
little
tries
bit.
his best. So what he's saying is he's bi, but he only flirts with men, and he stops himself there. Is that
I didn't
what
know.
I'm
That's
hearing?
not what I picked up. No.
I didn't pick that up either.
No, I
Did
didn't
he
pick that
just
up at
say?
all.
Didn't he just say he's still delivered, but it's okay to flirt? Didn't he just say that? So he's bi.
Yeah, but hold on. Let me back it up a minute here. This is great.
They delivered out of me. They were snatching that out of me. But at that church, they delivered out of me. They were snatching that out of me. But now I get hard for women. I don't get hard for men. Ain't nothing wrong with a flirtation.
See?
but I'm still delivered. The morning that I woke up, God told me to go to the store. I went and got me a bow tie, jacket, and all that. I just felt peace that day, like so much peace. And later that night, I was sitting down in the chair, and I was like, it's time for prayer. I went up there for prayer. I got the mic. He said, what do you want God to do? And I said,
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more.
I said, I'm delivered with the T. I went home with the sleep, and I got back up and I said, Lord, use me because I want to be used. I started receiving lots of messages on my Facebook page. I'm like, oh, okay, some of the church people follow me. That's nice. And then that morning when I got up, people was knocking at my door to interview me. And they said, when your video went viral. I said, what video? I said, the church had me live and it didn't tell me. I thought that screens in the church was only the people in the church and people watching it on the internet. Because at the time, it looked like I made a mock of God. I was not ready for this. I was not ready to be thrown in the spotlight. I wanted to kill myself. I had got me a glass and I was sitting down that same day. I was crying, not because I went viral, because my emails, my phone calls, people was calling me. I don't know how they got my number, was harassing me. There was church people, we think you came out, but I think you still see that spirit. Come to church on Sunday, we want to get that more spirit out of you. And I heard a tiny voice saying, don't do it. And I started doing like this. And do I ask for that? I would never ask somebody to go viral. The way I went viral, this is not something that nobody wants. I wanted to kill myself several times. Several times. My life has changed better and worse. The money, yes. I received money from Facebook. Like my first big check was like $10,000. And I was like, yeah! I've been in plays, stage plays. The house that Misery built, it was a play that took place in North Carolina. My character in the play was Reverend Jackson. I was the preacher. When the people was at the thing, I started praying. And I had my fur and I came in, I said, ooh, it's a little warm in here. Can someone please take my fur? So I threw my fur on Charlotte. They have the part 2. They're gonna ask me to come in August, so I'm looking for my offer to come. And they still from this day won't even tell me how they got my number. But the money was good. I have been granted to work with different organizations. I have been granted to, when I go fly Delta, I don't have to pay a full price. Delta, thank you. My real thing, I'm becoming the new Kardashian. Caldwell's Kardashian. But I ain't gonna go negative. Because I'm a star too. Then you put up that little Donald Trump star, then put my name back. And if I had a chance to go there, I will dig up Trump's star and put my name on it. Give me a black marker, I will build her something. Shade Room posted me with a woman. Let's make this clear. Yes, I have a girlfriend. Yes, I like meow. And don't be surprised.
All right. Yeah. Look.
What?
Dude. Come on.
As a gay man, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. 100%.
Clearly a gay man.
She's got to feel safe with him.
It's a lavender marriage.
Lavender marriage?
I'm not going to make any, like I said that TISM thing, but like I said, I don't know. I have no idea. And I don't know.
How do you feel now?
I feel like based on what he said, which was that he's still delivered, but it's okay to flirt. To me, it sounds like bisexuality is a spectrum, and there's a lot of people that are really close to one side of the spectrum. But that doesn't mean that's who they end up with.
Yeah.
Oh, good point.
There's
Great point.
There's so many bisexual chicks that are like, I would choose a woman over a dude any day, but this is what's available, so I ended up with a guy. In his situation, I have no idea. Maybe he's fucking straight. But based on what he said, it's okay to flirt or whatever the fuck. Guys don't flirt with other guys unless they feel flirty towards other guys. So to me, it just seems like he's maybe bi, but he's not right dead center, which is true for most bi people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And a minute left to this. You want to finish it up?
Yeah.
When we have a wedding, don't be surprised when we have little Caldwells walking around. And stop saying to my girlfriend on Facebook in Shade Room, tell my girl, blink 5 times if you need help. Shade Room. Hey, Shade Room. Shade Room. I love living in St. Louis. St. Louis is my hometown. This is where I was born and raised at. This is where everything started at. From my birth to the convention and now into my fame, my 45 minutes of fame. We don't do 15 minutes no more. Right now, we are at the convention center where I got delivered at, where God saved and sanctified me. I went there last year, and I'm thinking that everybody was gonna forgive me. I'm thinking that everybody was just gonna go and love me. People was looking me up and down. I had some love. And it's like, wow, these are church people that I'm supposed to love. I went viral. And now look what they did to me now. I really wish that I can just start fresh and not just do this ever again. Because this is the place that I got hurted. This is the place that I can't go back and just say, let's do it again. Let's start fresh. What's next for Andrew Caldwell is my clothing line is coming out. My book is coming out. And hopefully the bells will be ringing.
Yeah. But I mean, you got a good point, Sarah. I grew up with a couple of people who were extraordinarily flamboyant and married women.
Yeah.
And they weren't hiding anything. They weren't hiding anything either. So, you know, you're right. It's a spectrum. That was it, but that was 1 gazillion% outside of probably where I thought this was going.
Same. So that's a lavender marriage. I thought that was, or I guess you guys would have called it having a beard back in the day. Now it's a lavender marriage. Well, no, lavender marriages always existed. It was a way for gay people to feel safe.
I haven't heard that term in such a long time.
No? Let me tell you something fucked up about where we are as a country. That's coming back.
What?
Yeah, I hear it all the time.
Lavender marriages are coming back.
Yeah, I hear that constantly now.
Yeah. Well, this has been a great first half of the show. I think we need to cut to our break. This has been extremely... I don't know. You never know where it's going to go, you know? And I had no idea that we were going to start. We started, and then we were going to end up here. But I'm going to go ahead and mute you, Kristen. And we are going to just take off for 5 minutes. We will be right back. So go do what you got to do, and, you know, just do whatever you want. Just don't, try not to get hurt. Just do your best.